Hey guys, this is Grenade Launcher 101 here, and as you can tell by the um menu screen, this is Splinter Cell Chaos Theory for the PS2. I had to think long and hard if I wanted to do this and Double Agent for the PS2, but ultimately I decided why not go for it, cause like there are many other elements that people might be missing when ghosting through these games and whatnot. So let me give a little background. So when I first got Splinter Cell, the very first one, as you guys might know, was Pandora Tomorrow for the GameCube. Back then there was a rental store on where you could like rent movies, TV shows, and video games and whatnot for some gaming consoles. And the store I went to had this and Pandora Tomorrow. Ultimately, I ended up with Pandora Tomorrow. I wanted to get Chaos Theory though. As crappy as it looks on the PS2 and GameCube versions, I would have been impressed with the gameplay and would have enjoyed the hell out of it. But with that being said, this is a little bit different format than like the original Splinter Cell and Pandora Tomorrow, which I'll be honest, unlike the previous two, this has like a save option, so you can actually like save like you could in like the PC versions and Xbox Chaos Theory and Double Agent, where you could quick save. So it has that option. So I don't have to like waste my time waiting to go through a certain checkpoint and restarting the checkpoint every time. So with that in mind, I'm probably going to like edit these videos out differently. I'm probably just going to record these videos the whole way. So yeah, probably the only time I'll ever cut something out is when I had to take a bathroom break or if I'm in the middle of something. So if you guys notice that, you will know. So with that being said, we're gonna get started on the Lighthouse mission on the hardest difficulty, which in here is Expert. So yeah, I'm gonna try and like leave the briefings out just so you guys are aware of the mission before we go along here.
Fisher, an American engineer named Bruce Morganholt has been kidnapped by a Peruvian separatist group called the People's Voice. Their suspected leader, Hugo Lacerda, is a hardcore revolutionary preaching information warfare is the only realistic means to achieve revolution in modern society. We need you to get in there and recover or destroy any information Morganholt may have been forced to divulge, and if possible, rescue you. As for Lacerda, he's just been bumped onto our target of opportunity list. So if you have a shot, take it.
Hostage rescue isn't normally our bag, but Morganholt was part of Project Watson, the UN committee that studied Philip Mass's handiwork after Georgia. Some people are worried that this kidnapping is just a cover-up, and that Morganholt is being interrogated for classified information about the Mass kernels. Fact is that some of the tricks Mass came up with could be used to do a lot of damage. We need to contain that information at all costs.
The target area is a lighthouse attached to an abandoned Spanish colonial-era fortification and some nearby structures. We don't have an exact location on Morganholt, so you'll have to find him yourself. Insertion will be at night by Zodiac onto the beach beneath the fort. Thermal imaging shows that there are some old natural and semi-natural caves under the fort, so you may be able to use those for infiltration.
All right, Fisher. The helicopter will drop you a few kilometers offshore in the Zodiac. You'll have one of my Zodiacs and logistical support in and out of the target area. Extraction will be by helicopter from the top of the lighthouse.
This Place International holds the contract with Wright Pritchard Technologies to protect their vehicle VIPs in potentially hostile situations. We did a thorough threat evaluation for their project in Peru, and we accepted the VIP detail on Morganholm. The guys who came after him knew what they were doing. This was not a tourist grab. I lost 3 good men in the snatch, and I'm currently preparing a rescue plan for approval from Morganholt's family and Wright Pritchard. This is going to cost this place a lot of money.
So before we go on to the mission, I do want to mention a couple things. One being that there are 3 different types of objectives, not just the main ones. There's also secondary ones and opportunity ones, and I think 2 of those you need. 2 out of the 3 you need those to like up your percentage in here, which this game has a percentage rating on how you do based on your performance as you go along this mission. And Double Agent version 2 does not have that. The first version does, but that version is a bit iffy. But there are also bonus objective missions, which, to be honest, I don't really know those by heart, so don't expect that to go through. But with that being said, we're gonna get started here. So now, this mission here is relatively easy, should be anyway. Now, yeah.
I'm hearing gunfire down there, Fisher. Everything all right?
It's coming from up ahead, but Lambert. When I think gorilla, I think Kalashnikov.
What do you mean?
I've had enough AKs fired at me in my time to tell you that wasn't one.
All right. See if there's anything unusual going on with their equipment, and keep us posted.
Alright, so this is relatively easy. Just get around these guys using this cliff right here. Now, since this is a degraded version of Chaos Theory, it is a little easier and not as many opportunities and whatnot. All those small details of that nature. So, it should make things a lot easier on you guys if you have this on PS and Double Agent on PS2 and GameCube. So, if you ever want to make things easy on yourself, go get these versions right here. But this first guy right here that we're about to pass by, his pattern is he walks back and forth between that wall and by this walkway here. Now, the secondary objective is these boxes right here.
I think you're right about the equipment, Sam.
That's the first one.
They got themselves a little stockpile of high-tech kit here.
That's right, that's where they got it. See if those crates have SSCC barcodes on them and scan them with your EEV. The SSCC code is lot 1 of 5. See if you can find the other 4.
I'll do my best.
The SSCC code is lot 1 of 5. See if you can find the other 4.
I'll do my best.
That was a weird dialogue glitch. But, up here you're gonna find the second box. And then over here you're gonna be coming up to the room where Morganholtz is being tortured. It'd already be too late before you rescue him. Now, this door is locked. I would really recommend you pick the lock because, at some point, there's going to be a guard that comes up here after the interrogation is done, and if you end up breaking the lock, that guard will notice you broke the lock, and you don't really want that. Keep things as peaceful as possible. That is my twist on this ghost run right here. So here's the interrogation right here. Looks so unpleasant.
Jesus.
Not to mention the sound.
I think his name. Ricky, his tongue is a lot of cold. His brain is enough. So give him more. It's already at maximum. What? Should I bring down another battery? What do you say, amigo? You want another battery? Wait a minute. Jesus. His ears. Look. Smoke. I think I'm going to heal. I think he's dead. Only one way to be sure. I'm going for a walk.
So the guard's gonna come over here, try and get out of his way because he's gonna take this direct path, like where I'm standing. And as soon as he has his back towards you, you can continue forward. But just be careful with the guy interrogating him over there, zapping him with electricity. And wait for him to sit down, and he should stay there for the rest of the time.
It doesn't sound too good down there, Fisher.
The sound isn't the problem. You should smell it.
You're sure he's dead?
Deader than Elvis.
All right. Leave the body. We still need to recover any traces of the interrogation. Grim will call you back. Fisher, I said leave the body. We don't have the means to extract him.
Just because he's dead doesn't mean I need to leave him here hanging like a piece of meat.
Don't get too connected, Fisher. I need you to stay rational.
You can spare 30 seconds for some simple dignity.
Alright, so now we got that out of the way, so we can go on to the next checkpoint. Alright.
Sam, it's Grim. We need to make sure that whatever Morganhold might have told them about Mass's algorithms never leaves this site.
Okay.
I detected a wireless link coming from the technician who left the room before you entered.
So I'll need to recover any data he might have uploaded to their servers.
Exactly.
From the looks of it, these guerrillas have a pretty temporary setup. Seems unlikely they have any kind of alarm system on location.
Good.
How many men went with them?
So as you guys could tell, lightning strikes out of nowhere, and it amps up the sound of the environment, so you can use that to your advantage.
No one will get by me, sir.
And that's another thing I forgot to introduce. This game in Double Agent introduces a sound meter where those digit-looking things, that's me walking around. But the thing moving around in the meter, that's the sound of the environment. So as long as I stay under there, literally no one can hear me. So when lightning strikes out of nowhere, like that right there, it can give you a big opportunity to get through stuff as quickly as possible. Don't worry about me, just checking my controls, see if they're not wonky. I think one of them comes this way, I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, one of them is coming my way now. So we're just gonna get over here. And I think the other guy is like hidden behind that wall, so he can't really see me when I go through that door. Just as soon as he turns around. When going through that door, be careful because you can be spotted because it has a light right on top of it. Up here, if you're lucky enough and lightning strikes, you can break the lock. Otherwise, pick the lock because just you don't want the other guy, you don't want the guy in the other room to hear you like breaking the lock, because he'll get up and get paranoid. With that being said, let's continue on. Sitting there looking at nothing. So don't mind that music playing there. It's literally just playing out of nowhere without any context whatsoever. Doesn't mean that anyone saw you or heard you or anyone's getting paranoid for whatever reason. It's just an out of context moment that like happens out of nowhere. So just disregard it. So we're gonna get the fourth one here. That third one is by the tent in the beginning of this checkpoint, if you haven't seen that already.
That's 4 of the 5 crates, Sam. Your eyes peeled for the last one.
That server is probably the one that the technician transferred Morgan Holt's information to.
What should I do?
You'll have to access it and scrub the data.
Alright, now this guy right here, the technician that was in the room with those guys interrogating Morgan Holt, we need that computer to get the information, and he just stands there on his computer the entire time, doesn't do anything. So you had to distract him. You can use either the sticky camera I got here, this right here, or you can just simply do like, or you can just simply whistle.
I guess you can't hurt to keep my eyes open.
Good work, Sam. That wiped whatever information Morgan Holt might have given them.
They wonder what happened to it?
It was easy enough to make your little intrusion look like a memory allocation error. Don't worry, we give you the best tools.
Do not see me. Okay. So now he goes back to doing whatever. So we're going through here. Just be careful because there's a light right there. And he might end up seeing you. He might not. Just this game is kind of based off like luck. Actually, all the original Splinter Cells are based off luck, depending on your situation. So just get to this side of this wall right here. And I don't think he saw me. So if you don't hear any suspicious music playing, then he didn't see you or hear you. So here, pick the lock again because you don't want the other guy hearing it. Keep it as peaceful as possible. Then we head to the next room. Well, into the next room, but a room that leads me to the next checkpoint, which is the lighthouse itself. So this last checkpoint, I know for a fact that there's a bonus objective where you have to like take out the radio. But because this is a ghost run, I'm not going to attempt that.
Good work, Fisher. We can analyze the intelligence you gathered from those crates. It can make a lot of people's jobs a whole lot safer.
How come no one ever does things to make my job safer?
If you want me to hire some more analysts to interpret information for you, I can do that.
On second thought, the danger's not so bad.
So this guy not really hard to remember. You just have to like find a hiding spot so that when he comes back he doesn't see you. Which luckily there is a spot you can hide in that doesn't get in his pathway, which it is right here. Okay, right here until he turns around. Well, he's gonna turn that way, but once he stands there, he's gonna turn right back around. So that we can get by him. Now, watch out for this guy. I think he goes like all around. Not entirely sure. Oop. Almost saw me there. Okay. So now we just have to like very patiently wait for him to go around before entering the lighthouse. Alright. Now watch his looking pattern because he can still see you while he's looking to his side.
Maria Narcissa.
You're not trying to set me up on another blind date, I hope.
The Maria Narcissa is a boat.
So was the last girl you set me up with.
Fisher.
Sorry.
The Maria Narcissa is a cargo ship owned and operated by Celestina Inc., Portuguese shipping company, registered in the Philippines, cross-Pacific freight contracts. Lots of details missing.
Sounds suspicious.
Sounds like I'm setting you up for another date after all.
Can't wait to meet her.
Fisher, your primary objectives are complete. We can extract you whenever you're ready. You'll need to signal for a helicopter pickup from the top of the lighthouse. Make sure the light is out first.
Will do.
Now obviously you have to knock this guy out. There's no way to there's no way to get to extraction without knocking him out. Kind of sucks. I feel like Ubisoft could have handled that better, or maybe that's just in a realistic manner. Either way, you have to knock him out. You have no other choice. So you can like, and you also have to knock him out too, because you have to turn off this lighthouse light right here so that nobody can see the Osprey landing on my part, or anyone's part for that matter. So call extraction and the mission is done. Mission complete. So yeah, a couple objectives canceled, obviously because of circumstances that we couldn't do anything about. One person knocked out. Obviously, that was a guy we just knocked out. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If this has helped you in some sort of way, I guess you're welcome. Otherwise, I'm just doing this for like a fuck it type of thing, because why not, you know, like, might as well get it over with, I guess. But yeah, this is the first mission, ladies and gentlemen. The next mission is a little trickier. because there are a couple parts that I have to get through without being spotted, and it's gonna be a pain. But like, it should be like but like, oh well. So the only thing I'm gonna say is thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you guys want, you can comment your favorite Splinter Cell, or if you want to like this video, go for it. If you want to save this for one of your like favorite videos to watch or something like that, you know, I'm not asking for views or anything, just like showing you guys how I do this, and like showing you my twist on a ghost run like this. So with that being said, this is Grenade Launcher 101 signing off.